Welcome to the Becoming Unstoppable podcast, where soul meets strategy and women rise to their full power to lead, create, and expand unapologetically. I'm your host, Rachel Jackson, business mentor and CEO embodiment strategist for women in business. And today's episode is an activation. It is a challenge to rise up and step into that next energy of you. It's for the woman who knows she's already ready for more, the woman who's already powerful, but who's ready to become unstoppable. Let's talk about, in this episode, what happens when you go all in. Let me ask you something. What would your life, your business, your energy look like if you stopped playing at 70%, 80%, even 95%? What if you didn't just want the next level, but you decided your whole body, your whole energy, and your whole heart is going for it and says, this is it, I'm going all in? Because here's the truth most people avoid. You don't create quantum results with partial energy. You don't create the next level year with yesterday's habits. And I know it can be so easy to think, well, I'll try this a little bit, see if it works. See if that approach is good. What if I fail? All those things that stop your energy going all in. But that is not the way you are going to get the results that you want. The results you want are big, huge, impactful. You're here to change the world. You're not here to teeter on the edge. So stop letting your energy doing the same. You don't become the woman who leads, earns, receives, creates, and expands by sitting in indecision or this diluted energy. You go all in. And by this, I don't mean more hustle. I don't mean burnout. I don't mean that non-stop energy of being on all the time. What I'm talking about is real energetic alignment. This is full body commitment. This is next level legacy leadership. This is you finally stepping into your power and saying, this is my dream. My dreams want me more, and I am ready to go. And I hope you feel that energy, because that is what your body is calling for, craving for. It wants you to finally commit and go all in. And I hope by the end of this episode, you are up for it and taking on this challenge. So let's go deeper into what this actually means and what happens when a woman decides to go all in on her dreams. It's not surface level, it isn't cute, and it's a complete inner realignment. When you go all in, a few things happen, and these are shifts that can change everything. Number one, your identity shifts. This is the foundation of the quantum change. This is the part that changes everything. It is not what you are doing, it is who you are being that changes your reality. And I want to say that again. It's not what you are doing, it is who you are being that changes your reality. And there's a few reasons for this. Your energy is already living the life of your dreams in the quantum field. And because it's in the quantum field, that doesn't mean it's far-fetched. It doesn't mean it doesn't belong to you. It just means your energy isn't currently aligning with it to make it your 3D reality. As soon as you step in to being that woman now, to changing your identity now to that woman, everything changes in your 3D reality. You step into that timeline. And what happens is the energy shifts. So your 3D reality molds to that version of you. You become her, but you have to become her in order to experience what she has. What we tend to do is think we've got to do more in order to experience that result. Actually, we've got to be more to experience that result. So going all in is not about doing more. It's about becoming more, not in effort, but in embodiment. You let go of the version of you who is waiting for the right timing, waiting for the confidence, waiting for the proof that it'll work. and you let go of that waiting. Whatever waiting is like for you, we'll all have it. It's waiting for the money to come in so I can do this, waiting for the Instagram followers to come so I can sell more. There's so many reasons we wait. But once you become, you let go of the waiting and you step into the woman who already knows. She's not chasing a goal. She remembers her power. She's not questioning if it's possible. She is choosing it. This is when things accelerate, not because the world changes, but because you do. And by you changing, you change the world. You start leading from that future self. You start speaking like her, selling like her, investing like her, and showing up from the energy of already being her. That's the difference. You stop needing that validation and you start creating the results because you are her. If I asked you now, think of you in the future, think of you with all of the things that you desire, the business, the success, everything that you desire, the wealth, the money, the clients, all of it. I bet you can imagine that woman today. You can step into that energy. The difference is here, I'm not asking you to step into it. I'm asking you to stay in it. I'm asking you to feel it and then bring it into this reality. It's time to be her. She's waiting for you. You know she's there. She's been giving you guidance. Now's time to just adopt that as your reality. She is you. Time to step up into her. Are you ready to go on it? The second thing is you get crystal clear on what you're no longer available for. Now, everybody thought when I started my spiritual journey that I was going to be all love and light, nice, and all those things. But when you get crystal clear on the woman you are becoming and you step into her energy, she has boundaries. She is an absolute powerhouse. And boundaries are a form of being nice. Because I don't give my time away like throwing out salt. If I'm there, it's because I want to be there. If you've got my energy, you have got my energy fully. I'm not here to tiptoe around people and try and fit into a box. I'm here to show up as the person I'm meant to be and disregard things that are no longer available for me. That is boundaries. And it is so important to bring it in. And it's the bit that people miss out on as they're stepping into that energy. They maybe take the energy of, yes, I want the success and try and run the business from that way. But the boundaries around the personal life and all the other things go to shit. Well, this is me telling you, let's sharpen that up and make sure that you are her through and through. So let's get crystal clear on what you're no longer available for. Going all in really does sharpen your discernment like a blade. You start cutting away the clutter, and that's in your schedule, in your strategy, in your self-talk. So you're no longer available to tell your doubts that they have a place in your mind. You are no longer available for the thoughts that are telling you, will this work? Of course it'll work. You're no longer available for things that are taking up your schedule that are not adding value to your life and your enjoyment. You are cutting away this clutter. You stop entertaining things that drain you. We all have things in our life that we have put up with or let go. But actually, what in your life is energizing you versus draining you? If it's draining you, it is time to let it go. You release what isn't aligned. So anything that doesn't feel good, whether that's in your business, in your personal life, you let it all go. If it's not aligned with that woman you're becoming, let it go. You also become unavailable for the old stories. So yes, I've got my old stories around my victimhood and when people did this to me and people did that to me, and that knocked my confidence, and I was in a lot of debt years ago, and all of these things that were old stories, they are not available for me now. I am not revisiting them, telling them in a way that holds power. The only way I revisit them or tell them is a way to inspire others that this does not have to be your story anymore. This does not have to come with you in the future. Because when I was sat there on my debt management plans, thinking, woe is me, the the world is awful, I have no money, I'm really, really skinned. I never thought I would be teaching women, female entrepreneurs all over the world, how to make more money. That couldn't even come into my possibilities. But that was an experience that shaped me because it gave me the fight and the fire to go, I am never going to be in this position again. It wasn't about dragging me down. It was about looking at my life and going, that is not me. I am no longer available for that. I am here for millions. This story can go. So please only use old stories if it's to inspire others. Do not use it as a way to hold you back or hold you down, because they do not matter. They do not even influence the woman you are becoming. The woman I am today versus that woman in my 30s, boy, the difference in that. Unbelievable change within a decade. And that's all it is. Within a decade, I have literally changed everything around, and money is my best friend. So please do not think your old stories have any weight of what your future holds. That's all they are, old stories. And this is where boundaries become non-negotiable. You have to say no more often. And you have to be okay with saying no. You don't have to say no and give a big explanation as to why not. You are okay saying no. You protect your energy like it's the most sacred asset, because it is. Your energy is your power. Your energy is your fire. Your energy is for you to protect so that it is vibrant enough to attract in everything you want. Your energy is your number one business asset. And if you are not plowing into your energy and you're busy plowing into your strategy, everything will go to shit. Strategy will not work if your energy is not behind it. And that is why I teach energetics in business, because you can have any strategy under the sun that will work as long as your energy is 100% behind it. If it's someone else's strategy, it is not going to work, because you are not going to be 100% dialed in, because it needs to be that strategy plus your energy, plus your ideas to make it yours. And this is why you already have all the answers. And this is exactly what I draw out of people. I'm not here to tell you this is the way I've done it, you do it this way. I'm here to get you to connect to that woman who is already living the most successful lifestyle and get her to give us the answers. Because believe me, once you get her to map the way, success follows you. So this is about becoming the woman who is all in and isn't afraid of the discomfort. Actually, what she is afraid of is mediocrity, is being that old self, of going backwards or feeling stuck in the reality that you're in. That is the real fear of this woman. And she's no longer available to even acknowledge that that could be a possibility. She knows every no creates space for the high caliber yes. Every no you say is a yes to something higher vibrational. And the moment you stop trying to please the world is the moment you align with your true mission. So remember, number 2, get crystal clear on what you are no longer available for and start acting in that sense. Start putting your boundaries in place, start saying no, and start moving forward as the powerhouse that you are. Number 3, support isn't optional, it's strategic. Now, this is big, and this is the one I struggled with the most when I started. When I started as an entrepreneur, I started not in a place where I had lots of money to invest in support. And at that point, I just felt like I could do it all myself. There was nothing I really needed. I was good on tech. I was good on all the things, do it all myself. And really, really, it would work. But that was my biggest fail. I didn't surround myself with people who got it. It took me a while to realize that letting support in is a strategic way forward in my business. The lies we were sold that real leaders go alone is exactly that, a massive lie. And women are taught to do it alone all the time. We've been taught and conditioned and programmed to go against each other. So when I started out and I was a coach, and I felt like if I start to engage or connect with other coaches or other people in my business, are they not my competition? That was my thinking at the time, because I was programmed from a corporate world where those women were my competition. And how bad is that? But actually, what I've managed to discover, and over the time of being an entrepreneur, the more powerhood, the more sisterhood, the more women who are doing the same as me are around me, we elevate each other. It is crazy how fast I have grown by allowing in support, and strategic support at that. Now, when I talk about strategic support, it is not always about getting a mentor who's going to show you how to do things. Because like I said, this isn't about you doing it their way. I've done that before. I've been in Digital Course Academy. I've done all the things like that. And it didn't help me move forward, because it was teaching me someone else's method. It wasn't bringing my strengths out, my energy, my uniqueness out. But surrounding yourself with other powerhouse women who get the energetics and get the momentum that you are building, that is when real alignment happens. So when you go all in, you stop trying to figure everything out solo. You stop dancing around the edge of what your next level is, and you stop settling for free content and scattered strategy. That was my biggest struggle when I began. I was like, oh, I need to learn. I need to learn. I need to learn. So I just went for everything free. And at the end, I was absolutely blown. I was like, you're telling me to do this, then you're telling me to do that. You're telling me to do that. I didn't have a clue. And I tried to pull it all together and muddle through. But it wasn't until I started really investing in my energy in my business that everything changed. And this woman you are becoming, she invests. You let yourself be seen. You let yourself be held by others. And when you're in these powerhouse sisterhoods, you are seen by everyone. You're held in your vulnerable state. You don't have to show up as your best all the time. You can tell people about those launches that didn't really work, and they can listen to you and then allow you to rise up and see the benefit of what you've actually just learned. You can be yourself, your whole self, and be seen at whatever stage of journey you are on. Because when you're leading a big mission, building an empire, and doing deep inner work at the same time, you don't need more information. You need activation, mentorship, and expansive containers. You need to be in a space that holds you at your highest frequency, a space that reminds you who you are and gives you structure, clarity, and soul alignment to make your business work for you, not against you. This is not a luxury for those empire builders. This is a power move. And if you haven't reached out and had any version of mentorship or expansive containers before, set yourself apart from the crowd and dive into them. Like I said, this is not a luxury. This is a strategic power move in your business. Asking for help is a sign to the universe to bring you more. Opening up to help and support and mentorship actually brings you more to your life. This old saying of we'll do it all alone is actually us being in the by me consciousness. And by the by me consciousness, that is you will do everything. And what the by me consciousness is a level of trauma where you have been let down in the past. You have been unable to get the support you needed, or people weren't there for you. So you adopted the approach that everything has to be done by you. If you don't do it yourself, it won't be right, or it won't be what you need. So it has come from trauma in your past, or that feeling of being let down, and it is actually holding you back in your business. So please let go of that and allow in that support and that energy, because you are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. If you're surrounded by your family who don't get what you're doing, then that is not going to help your energy rise in your business. You need to be around people that are going to elevate you up. So make sure you adopt this as one of the things around going all in on your business. Number 4, your energy becomes irresistible. When you go all in, you become a magnet for everything. People feel when you're anchored. They feel when you're stood in that power. They feel when your energy is clean and when your message is really clear. When your confidence is embodied and not performing, everybody can feel that. Going all in creates this magnetic clarity. It is like cleaning your aura, cleaning your energy so that you become that magnetic version of yourself. Clients are drawn in, collaborations show up, money flows with ease. And why? Because your energy is saying, I'm no longer available for anything less than the full expression of my mission. I'm no longer available for anything less than the full expression of me. You're not proven anymore. You're not chasing anymore. You are literally just being. And that frequency, that's what people buy into. That's what moves women. That's what creates leaders who leave a legacy. And I cannot tell you enough. I tried different things in my business for so long, and I was doing it from a place of trying to learn the mechanics, trying to be what I thought people needed, or trying to work through step by step how to get there. It didn't work. My mission was to help female entrepreneurs build empires. And when I first started out, I didn't feel ready for that. I let my mindset tell me, you're not ready to do that. You need to build it up first. And I did that, but I did it very, very slowly. My business grew, but it was at a slow pace, and I wasn't getting the results I really knew I wanted. So as soon as I decided to step into that energy and go, right, who is it I am really being called to be? And once I stepped into, I am here to help female entrepreneurs build empires, suddenly the clients showed up, people showed up wanting to work with me, my prices were higher, and I just couldn't believe what was happening. I upped all my prices, I changed my messaging, and then they were there. It was like these women, they had been following me for years. They hadn't been buying what I was actually putting out there. But as soon as I upped my prices and changed my energy, they were there to buy. So you playing small is not safe in your business. You disregarding what messages are coming through and where you are really meant to be, it's not logic. It's absolute nonsense. So if you're being called to step into a higher frequency, believe me, staying at the lower one is not going to get you any results. As soon as I switched into that energy, everything changed. And I am living proof of it. So let's dive into number 5. The best bit. If you go all in, you collapse the timeline. And when you think of your business, I know when I started, I had like a 5 and a 10-year plan. My aim was start doing healing and coaching in my home and then go online in maybe 5 years and then go global after that. My timeline totally collapsed once I stepped into that energy. That 5-year plan, the first step of it didn't even happen. I totally bypassed the needing to do anything in person. Everything went online straight away. And then everything went global really, really quickly. So you do not need to plan the time. As soon as you step into that energy, everything speeds up. When you're in full alignment, your actions, your decisions, your energy, it collapses timelines. So what could have taken you 5 years now unfolds in 1. That someday goal that now becomes your this month reality. Why? Because you're no longer creating from fear, ego, or old wounds. You're creating from certainty, from embodiment, from the now. You're no longer responding to life. You are co-creating it. And that version of you already knows this. She knows how to do it. Once you step in, all of the insights come, all of the ways to do it come. So you might be listening to this and going, yeah, but how, Rachel, how? Step into that energy. You do not need to figure it out. As soon as you start to become her, your mindset changes, the answers come, the clarity comes that you have been waiting for. You've just felt stuck because you're in the wrong identity. That is the only reason why. And this is how quantum leaps happen. It's not through force. It's not through planning. It's not through thinking it through. It is through full alignment. This has been the biggest change in any aspect of my life. As soon as I decide that I am going all in, 100% my energy into that dream, into that embodiment, everything changes. And the clarity does really come. So if you've been wondering how to work things out, how to logically do it, please stop and step into who you are being. And this is why I created the Unstoppable Success Mastermind. This is for the women who are already powerful, for the women who already know that this next year is going to be their year, and for the women who are ready to go all in. If you've been listening through this episode and your soul is nodding, going, oh my God, Rachel, you are talking to me. This is me. If you feel that, if you know in this moment, I want to invite you to come and join us. I've run the mastermind before, but this one is going to be bigger, better, more infused with even more alignment. This is your next level of unstoppable success. And the doors are open now, and I'm going to be closing them on the 9th of September. Inside the mastermind, we're going to be blending high-level strategy with deep, energetic alignment with the woman you already have inside of you. We are going to be connecting with that woman and getting her to run your business so that you get the success that she is already having. This is not the next program. This is not some logical strategy. It's a powerful activation container for women who are ready to rise, lead, and receive at their highest frequency. In the mastermind, you get group mentorship, you get deep energy work and embodiment sessions, you get business strategy from your soul that honors you, you get this next level CEO coaching. And the mastermind space is a space that matches your level. And I'm not talking about the level you've been operating your business at now. It's the level you're going to be operating at, the level of the future you. It is elevating you into that space. It is your invitation to step into her. This is not your invitation to step into me. This is your invitation to step into her. And if she's been calling you, you'll know it. You will know it. So if you've been looking for a space where you don't want to dial out your vision, you don't want to do things step by step, you want to literally collapse timelines, where your brilliance is going to be held and expanded, where you're not just supported, but you're called higher, then this is it. I'll pop all the links in the show notes for you for the Unstoppable Success Mastermind. But if you know it is, you know it's for you, your body knows, your future self knows, and it's already celebrating, then all I would say is go all in. The day I invested in myself and my business was the day everything changed. So here's what I want to leave you with today. Going all in doesn't require perfection. It requires devotion. Devotion to the woman you're becoming, to the mission you're here to lead, and to the empire you're building. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Decide today, anchor it in, and move in that direction. Your quantum year is already available. It's waiting for you to say yes. But you've got to say yes with your whole soul. And if you do, everything changes. So until next time, keep leading, keep expanding, and keep becoming unstoppable.